Hello, I just want to do an update now. If you do not know, Tropical Storm Sally just formed. It is now called Tropical Storm Sally in the Gulf, right off the west of Florida. Now, the next couple of days, going into Tuesday, Tuesday, right at the time when Trump signs a peace treaty with the two nations, with Israel, this hurricane will hit. Now, I could get up to category 2 or even up to 3. Now, this could be a very serious storm. Is it coincidental that the very day that this peace treaty is signed, a hurricane hits the United States? It's something to think about. We see these signs, we see certain signs that are happening. Earthquakes, hurricanes, and if when you divide the nation of Israel, plan to, now part of this peace treaty is a two-state solution to divide the land of Israel, and the Bible warns there is a curse against the nations, those who try to divide the nation of Israel. And what shall be done to Israel shall be done to you. So this very could be a warning sign, even though Trump is trying to do what he thinks is best to solve peace in the East, but it will not work. The only time there will be peace in Israel is when Jesus comes back and sets up his kingdom at the end of the tribulation. So, and this is a peace treaty with many nations. There's many other nations that get on board with this, and this is very much possibly the forerunner of the peace treaty that the Antichrist will sign in Daniel 9:27. So we see certain nations. There's one was the AEU, and another Arabic, one of the Gulf Coast nations are signing. Saudi Arabia and several others are planning to sign. But there's so many nations that will come against, like Iran, Turkey, Russia, which is Ezekiel 38, the Gog and Magog war. So when many nations will sign this peace treaty, these other nations will try to come against Israel, attack against Israel, and God will protect this nation. And the United States will be absent in this and will not be able to protect Israel. So something will happen to the United States, whether completely utter destruction of America, there will be no longer a military powerhouse, whatever it is. The only one that will be able to protect Israel against the Gog and Magog war, Ezekiel 38, is God himself. And God will make himself known in saying that this nation of Israel is protected and by the power of God. So we see certain things that are happening, and you see certain dreams, like David Cohn, where he had a dream about how the Statue of Liberty, which are religious freedoms, our very foundation on which this nation is founded, was being destroyed. And I see these things are coming, that probably when the rapture happens, the total utter destruction, constitution, everything this nation was founded on will be totally, utterly lost. So the time is really, really close, and we see certain things like these storms forming. For the several past years, we had these storms in the Gulf Coast that just automatically blow up. This storm formed basically out of nowhere and unexpectedly, and it hit on the very same day of the peace treaty. That's not coincidental. God is trying to tell us something. He's trying to warn us of what things to come. So watch September 15th when this storm hits. God's speaking to us. God's telling us something. Watch and be ready, for the coming of the Lord is near. So, yeah, things are just blowing up all around us. The whole West is on fire. The sky's blood red from the fires. The storms are forming. There's like 4 storms in the Atlantic coast right now. There's 1 hurricane and 3 tropical storms, and looks like there's maybe 2 more that could possibly develop into storms. Things are getting kind of crazy, so wake up, people. The time is near. God bless and have a wonderful day. God loves you and cares for you. Jesus died for you. Trust Him today. Time is short. Put your trust in Jesus. Died and buried and rose again on the 3rd day. If you're not trusting in Jesus today, trust in Him. He is a way, He's a truth, and a life. So, Jesus is a way. Trust in Him, and He will save you. God bless.